Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to the true purpose of yoga, exploring the truth potential of being human, Sadhguru. So, Sadhguru has a lot of interesting topics on essentially all the yogas, but I have to limit it to, because he has actually, I think I've done the most reaction to his, because in terms of the topics he talks about, he has quite a lot of it. But this will be the last one in terms of the Raja Yoga, moving on to the next one after this one, so let's go ahead and get started.
Because what is human is not an established state. It is a possibility. It is not a fixed state. If this possibility has to be made use of, there is a whole system of understanding that needs to happen. Understanding the mechanics of how this life functions and what we can do with it. This mechanics, this technology, this science, we are referring to as yoga. I don't know what types of stuff you're doing, but my experience in United States, particularly in California, a lot of people believe yoga started in California.
It did. The exercise one. Not obviously the true yoga did not, but I have a feeling what maybe they're talking about, it's like the where you do poses and stuff as exercise, not as meditation or the other yogas. I wonder if that's what they believe. And I'm sure they probably don't know about the other yogas.
Yes. I met somebody who seriously believed it was Madonna who started yoga.
Wow.
Yes. So this mechanics of life, this is as simple as this. I'm sure almost all of you are carrying an instrument, some kind of electronic instrument, a phone at least. The more you know about this phone, the better you can use it. Is that so? Last year, the cell phone companies in India made a survey. India is the largest growing market for telecommunications right now.
I will say this, I remember there was a cell phone coming out and it's only coming out to India. I was jealous. It was, I can't remember what phone it was, but it was a really nice one. It's like, I wanted that one, why not USA?
Every month we are adding about 5.5 million cell phones. Okay. In a year, about 60 million cell phones are being added to the service, because everybody is having 3, 4, 5 these days. They made a survey. That's the second one. You haven't heard the first one.
How ironic.
They made a survey and they found out that 97% of the people are using only 7% of the capabilities that are there in an ordinary phone. I'm not talking about the smartphone, I'm talking about the dumb phone. In the dumb phone, 97% of the people are using only 7% of its capabilities. So they were contemplating, if we remove 90% of the electronics, still most people will never know. And we can even give them a 500 rupee discount. They will be happy, we will be happy, Maybe they've already taken it off, we don't know. Only if you try to use all of them, all the functions, then you realize something is not working. So, in a little gadget you're using only 7%. This is the gadget. Every damn gadget has come out of this. How much percentage do you think are you employing this gadget? Just make a guess.
Not even 1%, I have a feeling that's what
How much percentage? 2, 5? You're being very generous to yourself. It's well below 1%. Because for your survival process, to conduct your life in the material world, You do not even need 1% of what this is. This is capable of perceiving the whole cosmos. If you prepare it properly, if you hold it, this is like an antenna. If you hold it in the right position, it can just grasp everything in the existence. It is just that we are doing all kinds of things with it because right now, our whole perception of life is limited to the physical nature of the existence. Physical is like the peel of the fruit. It has no purpose of its own. In the sense, if you have a fruit, the moment you eat the fruit, the peel goes straight to the trash can, isn't it? The peel is only a package. Only because the fruit is valuable, package is important. Right now as you sit here, this body is very important. You have to feed this, you have to clothe this, you have to decorate this, you have to pamper this in so many ways. Tomorrow morning, that's something inside which you never experienced. If that goes away, nobody wants to have any business with this. Yes? Only because the fruit is inside, this peel has become very valuable. Now yoga means not just about twisting your body, not about standing on your head, not about holding your breath. All these things a circus artist can do better than most yogis. Really? Yes or no? You don't think so? A circus artist can do far better than most yogis in terms of twisting the body, doing this, doing that, holding different positions. That is not the purpose of yoga. Unfortunately, if you utter the word yoga, people think you have to be in some impossible posture. Yoga is not about postures.
In California it is, and that's why it's created there. Like I said earlier, when they think of yoga, they think of postures and breathing. So it's essentially a form of meditation, but not the genuine form of it. It is probably like a step towards it, but like Ram Dass has said, where the Western world believes yoga is stretching and breathing, and hopefully a lot of people who gets into this will go deep, dig deeper into it and find out the truth behind it, or the deeper meaning behind it. I do believe this postures and whatnot is a step in the direction, but it's only one step out of like 100.
It is just a minuscule aspect of yoga. Yoga means, in your experience, everything has become one. The word yog means union. What is the union? What can unite with what?
I know he says yoga has meant union this entire time. So karma yoga, action union, emotion union, knowledge union, and meditation union. I never thought about thinking karma union, the translated version of yoga. The union of your actions and your thoughts, the union of your emotions, the union of your knowledge, the union of your meditation, the union to become one. And then when you combine all of those together, all your actions, all your thoughts, all your emotions, all your knowledge, and all of your I don't know about meditation. Meditation is the weird one. Your meditation will lead you to become one, I suppose. A union, a true union.
As you sit here, your idea and your sense and your experience of who you are is very strong. You're here as an individual. But what the trees are exhaling right now, you're inhaling. What you're exhaling, the trees are inhaling. Or in other words, one half of your lung is hanging out there. Yes or no? This is not just in terms of breath. Today, modern physics is proving to you that as you sit here, every subatomic particle in your body is in constant transaction with everything else in the existence. If this transaction stops, you will cease to exist. So yoga means to know it by experience. Modern science is proving to you the whole existence is just one energy. The religions of the world have been screaming for a long time that God is everywhere. Whether you say God is everywhere or you say everything is one energy, are we talking about the same reality or a different reality? God is everywhere, everything is same energy. Are we talking about the same reality or a different reality? Same reality. It is just that a scientist has never experienced this. He has arrived at it through mathematical deductions. A religious person has not experienced it. He believes it because it's written somewhere or it's said by somebody. If you are a hard case that you are not willing to settle for deductions or belief systems, then you become a yogi. Yes, if you're a very hard nut, you want to know it yourself, then you become a yogi. You want to know the union of the existence, you want to know the oneness of what it is, not believing it. Like you experience the 5 fingers of your hand, if you can experience everything around you, then we say you're in yoga.
Oh wow, okay. So, and another thing I guess I want to add to that is the fact that a scientist can experience it, but the problem in terms of the scientific method is that it must be, whenever you do something, everyone must experience the same thing, and that's the problem. It's the fact that science is not subjective, it's objective, and having machines that are not capable of having a subjective experience or subjective viewpoint will tell you what is objectively true. While our eyes, like Sadhguru has said this before, our eyes, all our 5 senses can play tricks on our mind, should I say, can play tricks on our senses, thinking that maybe we smelled something, or that there's a bug on your leg and you have to scratch. Hold on, you have to scratch it. Yeah, it's really weird. And like maybe you're seeing something or you're hearing things, and it may not actually be the objective truth. It might be a subjective thing in your mind, just because your neurons are firing a particular way and it hits a particular pattern that all of a sudden you think you hear something. So science, of course, deals with the transactional reality, or as I call the objective reality, and they have machines that will tell you the exact color of this pen. While you look at it and it looks like it's black, but it's like pattern with gray and black. But a machine can measure it and tell you precisely what color black that is. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, and what color gold that is. So yes, science deals with purely objective. It cannot deal with subjective realities or the absolute reality in some sense. If you look at it from my perspective, which is to say, if you were to say Brahman is a particle that exists in everything, so therefore this particle creates existence and is existence, and it's not limited by space, time, or object, because it's literally in every object, it's literally in every space, it's literally existence itself, then scientists can say that, oh, this is in everything, and you could call that Brahman. That's in terms of the materialistic world. And in the absolute world, where everything's pure consciousness, where, like I always said, that in order for things to exist for you, it must manifest. I guess it's the halfway point, the 3-1 material, my halfway point in Advaita Vedanta. My halfway point is the fact that in your mind, there's, at least for right now, there's probably a piece in the brain that's you, the consciousness. Because, you know, people have lived without certain sections of their brain. They can fully function without certain sections of their brains. But I'm sure someday, somehow, they'll find out what that one section, where if they remove that, your body still functions, your brain's still working, but there's nothing there. It's literally just it's just an organism sitting there. It can't do anything. It can't think for itself. It maybe reacts, like if you touch it there, or if it itches, it may be able to react, like an instinctual survival instinct. Itching, scratching, smelling something, all those are survival instincts, the five senses. So it may be able to scratch something if you touch it there, but other than that, it's unresponsive and whatnot. Anyways, in that part of the brain is your consciousness, whatever it may be, and things must be materialized in that consciousness. So that's how everything is consciousness. Or if you look at Advaita Vedanta, where everything is consciousness, everything's pure consciousness, everything's not bliss, but everything's Brahman, Atman. So again, there's the three perspectives that I can see right now. The materialistic one, the in between that I see, and then Advaita Vedanta. I see all of those. I don't know which one's the truth. I have to, obviously the one I see right now as the closest to the truth from my experience is the middle ground, where everything is pure consciousness, but it's a little bit different. Anyways, that's my reaction to the true purpose of yoga. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.